Right now is the perfect time to take a vacation, and what better way than to hop in a vehicle and take a road trip? You don't have to travel all the way down to Florida to have some fun. So we're going to show you some travel tips today that you can experience in the Midwest. And joining me is Jeanine from the CityMoms. Hi, Jeanine.
Hi there.
How's it going?
So good. I'm really excited to talk about this today.
Right. So basically, we are in a very prime location being here in Fort Wayne because you can literally travel to so many neighboring cities. And so you're going to give us a sneak peek into some of those today.
I am. I have two that I want to showcase for you today. Okay. And it's just such an easy drive from Fort Wayne to our option one, which is Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, yes.
So Detroit, known as the Motor City, it's known as Motown. There's so much happening downtown, and they've really gone through a huge glow up over the past 10 years.
Okay,
so
nice.
Really walkable downtown environment, tons of cultural neighborhoods, great food, and one of the best things is within a square mile of themselves, they not only have Comerica Park, where the Tigers play, they have Little Caesars Arena, where the Pistons and the Red Wings play.
Okay,
they have many theaters, tons and tons to do downtown. So our first thing that we'd love to showcase in Detroit is Motown Museum.
Oh, that looks fun.
It is such a great spot. They just reopened after a big remodel, and these are the original studios for Motown, some of the hit artists, I mean, that all of us know, I mean, just like so integral to American music. So
yeah, I'm like, Motown, that is the groove, that's the soul.
Sugar
that's the
Pie, Honey
music.
Bunch, you're gonna have that in your head the rest of the day. But Four Tops, the Temptations, the Supremes. So these are their original recording studios, and they've now expanded this into a beautiful museum, must see when you're in town.
Okay, yeah, that's on the list, okay.
It's on the list, and then our second on the list for Detroit is just to get out and walk the waterfront. So one of the most beautiful things about Detroit, it's literally international waters.
Wow.
You can stand on the riverfront, enjoy even biking up and down the riverfront, restaurants, there's plazas, but you'll be looking right across the river at Canada. So super just kind of like a fun, different thing you wouldn't get in a lot of areas. And then the third place that we have to highlight when you're in Detroit is the Henry Ford Museum.
Oh, okay.
So the Henry Ford Museum is the Museum of Transportation Innovation. So again, think Motor City.
Yes, okay,
They have the original Model T. They have the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. They have a huge locomotive that is so fun for kids to see. Lots going on at Henry Ford, and that is just an absolute must put on your list.
Okay, I love those. Those are some really great options. Okay, and I'm sure so much more to explore, but those are some top attractions.
Definitely, and Michigan Tourism always says your trip begins at michigan.org, so that's the perfect website to start on and plan your trip.
Okay, so that's if we're going up north.
Yep.
Now what about if we want to go down south and stay in Indiana?
Yes, okay, so stay in Indiana, and I want to send you to Indianapolis.
Okay,
and that's actually where I just drove in from today, so it's one of my favorite cities by far.
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
After Fort Wayne, no.
Of course, absolutely. So Indianapolis is known as the Circle City. It's also known as the racing capital of the world.
Really?
And we're gonna tease out maybe a few things to do in Indy that'll pay off both of those.
Okay, yeah,
so
let's do it.
First up is the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. Not a lot of people know this. It is literally the world's largest children's museum.
Wow.
And it's based right in Indy. So you're going just 2 hours from Fort Wayne, and you can land in the world's largest children's museum. So this is 5 floors of fun. Wow. They have a massive outdoor sports legend experience park that is just opening up for these warm months.
Yeah.
And they've just launched a Minecraft exhibit. So if you have a STEM-focused kiddo, this is definitely going to be their go-to.
Wow. I love that. A museum specifically catered to children. That is important.
And really all ages, even as adults, we would find so much to do there. It's great. So that's option 1 if you're in Indy.
Okay.
Option 2, downtown. We were talking about the walkability in Detroit. Indianapolis, very similar.
Okay.
Very popular for conventions and conferences. Lots of food downtown, lots of attractions. The Idle Jorg Museum is one of our favorites downtown. So this is a museum that's all focused on Native American culture and Western art. You're going to find a lot here to do. They've just redone the entire lower level for a really family-friendly area. That's located in White River State Park. Tons there.
Yeah.
And then third, we can't go by without mentioning the racing capital of the world, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Okay.
So, I mean, racing season is going to be here. They always say,
wow.
They always say, is it May yet? Or this this is May.
Okay, so that's the big month for the
Indy
motorsports.
500.
Okay.
I mean, it's coming up right after in that Memorial Day weekend. And while you're in town in Indy, you can go to the track. You might actually be able to kind of to check out some of the racing teams that are there, just kind of practicing around the track.
Nice.
They offer tours. There's a great museum on site. So much to do. So visitindy.com is the website to start kind of your Indianapolis planning trip.
Right, I love that. And of course, just with those ideas, there's so many more. I mean, we have Chicago sitting a couple of hours.
Absolutely.
One way, Cleveland, Ohio.
Cincinnati, St. Louis. There's so much to do in the Midwest.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for pointing out those specific highlighted attractions in these cities because, it's time to hop in the car and go somewhere.
Absolutely. We have a whole road trip section up on the website at thecitymoms.org. So hopefully kind of get your wheels turning. I'm so sorry I just used that pun, but wheels turning for your road trip.
No, I love it. Thank you so much, Jeanine.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. As Jeanine said, you can check out the City Moms website for more travel ideas, road trips, and they just give you good lifestyle tips in general. If you would like more information, you can check out their website, which is listed below. And I'll see you after the break.